Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And that way you won't miss any of your future weekly tarot readings, all right? And also I do private readings. You can get the information for those down in the description box. And also we do extended versions of all of these readings. You do need to be a member of the channel, and you can join with the link in the description box. So with all of that out of the way, Pisces, let's get into your reading. What is the message coming through for you today? What is it that you need to know? What is going on with you? First card, we have Two of Swords. All right, let's draw out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. Oh, interesting, interesting. That is going to include this mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to leave that right here. We're not going to look at that until the very end. So stick around to the end of the video, and hopefully that'll tie the reading together or give us the confirmation that we need, you know, in order to kind of just unlock some of this energy or make it all make a little bit more sense at the end, right? So we'll leave that there and we'll come back to it. Let's forget about it for now. So we do have a lot of court cards today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards. Not very many major arcana cards, but the one we have is a good one, so that I'm happy with that. We see some fire, some earth, some air, a little bit of water, but not too much water. But again, the water we do have is very good. Let's start with that. Let's start with that Two of Swords that we saw and that Ace of Cups. I feel like there is a decision pending in your life this week that is going to involve some of these other people with these court cards. I feel like there are a few people involved here. And I think it really is kind of this decision or this choice that you are going to be called upon to make. That's going to in some way affect your happiness, your satisfaction, the beginning of some sort of new love, new romance, new passion. Right? This doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship, but some sort of association, some sort of a bond or an emotional connection with someone or some experience or some new event, right? This isn't always like romantic love or, you know, a new romantic relationship, a new love relationship, okay? This is, I guess, a love relationship in the more broad sense, right? Where you're going to be falling in love with something or someone, right? Now, this could be one of these court card people. This could be just a new sense of joy and pleasure and wonder and love and passion in your life. This could be a new passion project, and we'll take a look at some of those possibilities with some of these other cards. But God, there's just so many court cards here that there's really not a lot of other energy to read. Do you know what I mean? There's not much of an indication of where this is going to take place because we have all of these people that are involved here that I don't know really offhand if this is in the workplace, if this is something to do with your creativity and your spirituality, if this is something to do with you know, your love relationship, your romantic life, okay? But there is a decision that's coming this week. And the Two of Swords here, this is telling me that there's been some struggle to reach this decision, or it's something that you've been contemplating for a while, right? It could be a major life event, a major life change. You're thinking about either ending a relationship or starting a relationship, maybe with a new employer, a new career path, something. But the idea, the reason, the motivation behind it is really this sense of love and joy and satisfaction, okay? So whatever decision you're pondering this week is going to directly affect your sense of love and connection and passion and satisfaction and fulfillment, right? So if it is with another person, let's see if it is any of these court cards. We have so many court cards today. It's going to take us a minute to get through them all. But the central idea here, like I said, is this pending decision. It's this choice of paths. It's like you're kind of at a crossroads. You're kind of at a fork in the road. And I think maybe you've been standing here for a minute. trying to decide what you want to do, or maybe you have this sense of enthusiasm, this sense of being in love and being really motivated and enthusiastic to do something, but something's holding you back from making that decision, right? Something's holding you back from going forward on that path. So there's a good chance that you already know what you want to do and you're just really eager to do it, but something's holding you back. And I think what's holding you back is this air sign person. This is the Knight of Swords. And I think this is maybe an older masculine type energy. I think that this person is an air sign, or there is some heavy air somewhere in their chart. Now, you may not know their astrological placements, and that's fine. This person has a very opinionated, a very blunt, a very straightforward kind of personality, where if they don't quite agree with what you're doing, they have no problem sharing their opinions, right? They have no problem giving you advice, even if you're not asking for it. So I think this is what is kind of delaying your decision to get on with whatever this is, whatever this new path in life, this new focus, this new passion, this new love, whatever this new love is. This, I think, this person is delaying your beginning, right? Is hindering your choice a little bit, is preventing a little bit of that choice being made from you getting started on that path. Because this is an Ace of Cups, right? This isn't the fully manifested new love, right? This is the beginning of that. So you're just starting out on this path. You're needing to make that decision to get out there, get on the road on that path, so that you can manifest that new love, we're calling it, whatever it may be, right? So who is this person? Who is this older masculine type energy, air sign person, heavy air placement, and or they're very opinionated. They love to give advice. They love to tell you what you're doing wrong or what they think you should be doing, even if you're not asking them for it. Okay, so I think this person is coming at you quite aggressively, kind of, or just very, very actively trying to give you that advice, trying to tell you what they think, right? And this is delaying your action, delaying your choice, your decision-making a little bit to get out on this new path, right? And I don't think you're really looking for this advice from this person, but they're speaking at you, kind of, right? I'm getting this sense like you're trying to kind of inch away from them and they just keep coming at you and offering their thoughts and opinions, right? Completely unsolicited. Now, I don't know who this person is to you. If they're a close friend or family member, it's obviously someone that you can't just hang up the phone on or shut the door on or, leave the coffee shop or whatever. So this is somebody that is in some way connected with you. Could be an older family member. It could possibly be a father type figure, but maybe just like a good friend or an older sibling is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But it could be a more paternal thing too. Whoever it is, they're really coming at you with their thoughts and opinions and you're not asking for it. And that's putting a little bit of a hindrance on your decision making. Okay. And where to go to next with all of these court cards? Just beneath the surface. Just beneath the surface is this Princess of Discs or Pentacles. This card sometimes represents an actual person. Okay, so we'll deal with that first. This could be a younger feminine energy, earth sign person, right? It could be someone who is also giving you their advice, giving you their recommendations, in the sense that they're trying to show you the practical advantages of maybe not making this decision, right? Maybe not embarking on this new love path, right? Whatever this is, I don't know what this is. Leave me some comments and let me know what this new thing is, because I see that it really has this just intense, like, feel-good energy about it. So it's something that you're really happy to start doing when you finally start it. But we've got this person, this Princess of Discs, who I think is telling you, look, maybe there's not a lot of money in there, there's not a lot of future, there's no potential really for safety or security or stability, right? If it's a new relationship with a person, a love interest, if it's a new job, new career change, new creative project, I think this person is trying to tell you how impractical it may be to go that direction. Okay. So I think this is, if it's not an actual person, you know, maybe a younger family member, a friend, you know, whoever it may be. If it's not an actual person, this is that small voice within you. Because again, this is underneath the surface. So I think this is just like a little voice maybe in the back of your mind that's saying, hey, there's not a lot of money down that road. There's not much of a future. There's no guarantee of a prosperous, abundant future, right? This is kind of just, it's a sudden passion. It's this rush of feelings that is kind of taking control. There's not, you need to have a little bit of practical insight into what is it going to look like down the road? Is it going to be successful? Is it going to have that safety, security, stability, the abundance, the physical, financial satisfaction, the health and wellness aspect of it? Is it really, does it have that potential, right? Is this a practical choice for you? And I think that's what this person or this small voice is trying to get you to think about. Now, this card isn't as forceful as this Knight of Swords is. This person here just loves to have an opinion and loves to tell you what you should or should not be doing. Sometimes with no basis at all. They want to kind of contradict you. They want to tell you that what you're thinking is wrong and you should do things their way. It has that vibe about it. They're a lot more aggressive with their opinions, right? And I think a lot of their opinions are unfounded, are ungrounded, really. They're coming out of thin air, right? Kind of like this card. But the Princess of Discs is more practical, more subtle, more just trying to get you to acknowledge some of these practical aspects of your choice, right? What is the future going to look like? Is there the potential to have that safety, security, stability, the health and wealth, or a successful future with this new romantic partner, whatever the situation is, right? Again, whatever this is representing. And again, I would love to hear from you in the comments about what this is, right? Because I think each one of you will have something different, right? Everybody is so unique. I think this is really, this really could represent anything. And I love that. I love that this is so open to interpretation. There are so many possibilities of what this kind of new love looks like for each of us, you know? And it could be many things too. It could be just a completely different lifestyle or something. It's really open to a lot of possibilities. But there needs to be a little bit of thought, a little bit of, you know, dialogue, even just, you know, kind of inner dialogue about the practical aspects of it. And that's what this person, this card, this small voice is representing. Okay, the practical side of things. Now, the next court card is this Queen of Wands, a very fiery, very opinionated person, kind of like the Knight of Swords here that we saw, kind of like that, very opinionated, very, very forceful, very like almost dominating kind of energy. This is a person in the future, I think, someone that you may not be in discussions with yet, or this could be like maybe the potential person that you're kind of thinking about moving toward. If they're in some way involved with this new love situation. They're involved with this in the sense that when you make this choice, you're going to be encountering this person. Do you know what I mean? So if this maybe is the romantic person that you're interested in, or they're in some way associated with this new project, this new life, this new choice, this new career, whatever it may be. This person is connected with that. So you're really considering turning toward this person and starting some relationship with them. It could be a professional business relationship, could be a romantic relationship. And they are also very opinionated, almost in a dominating kind of way. But I think that they're someone who has your best interest at heart. Do you know what I mean? They really are trying to help you bring out the best of yourself, right? To bring out your kind of fiery, creative qualities, right? To bring out this sense of destiny, this sense of fulfillment, this sense of being on the path with heart, the path that really makes sense to you, and the path that really does like allow you this creative expression. It really allows you to express your inner fire, to be who you are, and to just to live as you want, right? To be yourself, essentially. Okay, so I don't know if this is an older feminine energy. I'm getting kind of a feminine vibe, obviously, from the card itself, but I think more than this being, gender specific, which none of these cards are. It's just the energy that I'm kind of getting is a little bit feminine. But in this card, this is more of like an older person who really is almost like a mentor, almost somebody who is kind of wanting to guide you along this path, and it's not in a disempowering way. It's someone who really has your best interest. It's someone to whom you may be turning for guidance. You may be looking to them for guidance in this situation, in whatever this new life path is all about. I think this person is maybe someone who's been down that path before, and you're looking for some advice or guidance from them. But they have a very compassionate energy, very understanding. So to me, it feels like they're older because I think they've been there before. They've been down this road that you're considering going down. And so there's someone that can kind of help you avoid some of the missteps, right? But again, this could be an older feminine person, but I think it's more just that someone with a lot of understanding and compassion, someone that's been there before. And again, I don't know what this situation is exactly, so I'm not sure how this relates to, this decision, this possible new life path, this possible new direction that you're contemplating. But this fiery person is involved in some way. And I think that they may appear a little bit dominating, or not controlling, but just a little bit, they just have a very large personality. And I think it's because they have been down this road before, so they have this sense of like mentorship. I almost would expect to see the Hierophant card here, you know what I mean? They have this sense of guidance for you. Anyway, maybe this is ringing a bell. Again, let me know in the comments. The final card on the path of the dove here, which I think is very important, this is the only major arcana card that we have, and this happens to be at the very top of the spread. So this is very important. This is at the top of the path of the dove. This is the highest card in the spread, right? So this is kind of the card that is the umbrella over the entire reading today. This is the card that kind of summarizes the whole energy this week, puts it into a little capsule, a nice little package, a little nutshell. And this is the star card. This is telling me that the entire reading, the entire energy, the entire message for you this week is all about who you are trying to become, and allowing your true self its full expression, right? I'm trying to think of how to put this in better words, because today I feel a lot of this energy today, but it's not really translating well. So I apologize if this is not coming across as clearly as we would all like it to. But with the star card, I feel like you have this sense of who you are. There's this feeling like your true self is within you in just a little egg, and it's really struggling to be born, to break out of that shell, right? It's almost like you're trying to really like literally come out of your shell, right? And figuratively, and grow into the person that you always felt you were. Does that make sense? So I feel like, not that you've been playing a role, because we all do that. We all have our masks, our persona, right? I feel like you've been kind of concealing your true self, your true being, your true personality, your true like creative expression. I feel like you've been concealing that for a long time. And I feel like a lot of these other people, particularly this one, I'm not a big fan of this Knight of Swords today. But I feel like you've been just trying to conceal your true self for a long time, just to kind of get along in the world, or just to make things easier, or to satisfy some of these other people in your life. Whatever the case is, we all do it to some degree, right? But with this Star card, I feel like in the recent past, maybe few weeks, few months, maybe for a lot longer, but more so lately, that you've really been feeling like you just can't function this way anymore. You need to let this true, like, divine essence, this higher self, this, your true nature, you really need to let that out and to give that some sort of expression. I think it's starting to feel more urgent now. You're starting to see a lot of signs around you, a lot of indications from the world, some synchronicities, some strange coincidences that are just kind of telling you, look, it's time for you to really be who you are, and don't let anything get in the way of your expression, of your creativity, of you becoming who you are, right? Who you feel you are, who you have this gut feeling, this knowledge, really. It's not even a gut feeling. It's like this divine knowledge, this certainty of who you are and what you're about. And it's no longer working for you to hide that. You know what I mean? So this Star card is really, it's about identity, I think. It's about finding your identity and really allowing it to be, allowing it to transform your entire life, to really become, to really evolve and grow and find its expression, right? So that's what I'm sensing here. And it's like a divine knowledge with you. It really is like this inner certainty of who you are. It's a confidence. And it's this sense of destiny almost. Like it really is just, it's really like this refreshing water from the stars. That's just, you need to have that kind of, that feeling of relief and release when you allow yourself complete expression. It's going to be a very freeing feeling. It's going to be very refreshing. It's like this water that's being poured over this card here. It's that kind of, that renewing energy where you're just going to feel like, almost like a baptism, almost like you're being kind of reborn, right, as your true self. And you're receiving this new energy. You're responsible for delivering this new energy, right? I mean, you're pouring it on yourself, like in this card here. And you're getting rid of that energy that's not working, all those, the habits, all of that kind of self-denial a little bit, I think. All of that is being dumped out. And you're receiving this refreshing, like, blessing or grace from the universe to just be who you are. I really think it's about this kind of identity. And I feel really strongly about that. It's a major arcana card, so I know that it has a lot of weight in this reading, right? But at the same time, I don't want to take away from this decision that you have to really embark on this new path. And this new love, this could be self-love, right? This could be really accepting yourself, loving yourself, and allowing yourself to be expressed. So with that, we're going to move on to the path of the Serpent now, because we see some more court cards. The first one, though, is in terms of your ego, your headspace, what's been on your mind, what's your general energy lately. And this is a sense of urgency. This is the Knight of Wands. This is the energy that matches the Queen of Wands. And they just happen to be, the Queen is at the end of the path of the Dove, and then right here at the beginning of the path of the Serpent. So these cards are like just really connected, right? Not only are they the complementary cards in the same suit of Wands, but they're connected in terms of the flow of energy in the spread today, right? So you are really experiencing this sense of urgency this sense of like anxiety almost, right? I'm getting the feeling like you're kind of chomping at the bit. You're kind of like, you're ready to go. And I don't think you can really contain this energy very much longer. And I think that really is this kind of draw, this attraction to this Queen of Wands, whoever this person is or will be. I feel like they are just in some way this kind of perfect match, this perfect complement for you. And there's someone that is going to really draw out your fiery energy, your confidence, your assertiveness, your not caring what other people think, right? Your ambition, energy, enthusiasm, that fiery spiritual creativity. And so with this Knight of Wands, I feel like you're right on the verge of this release, this action, okay? And I think it's really, there really is a sense of urgency this week to make this decision to start doing this Ace of Cups, whatever this may be, this new love kind of path. There really is this sense of urgency. It's starting to possibly manifest as some anxiety, restlessness, this kind of hectic energy that's almost like turning into aggression or agitation, right? So I think that's kind of where you are this week, and I think that's why, you know, that's why this is the week for the decision, right? I don't think that you can contain this fire for very much longer. Now, the next card that we have is the Four of Swords. This is in the position of your relationships with others. How do you relate to people? In particular, whoever this older masculine energy air sign person or this very opinionated bloke is. Both air cards, both swords, these cards are connected. I think that the Four of Swords is really talking about your relationship with this one. Now, the Four of Swords is basically saying that you don't want to listen to their opinions. You don't want to listen to their crap anymore. You want to shut down that whole dialogue, right? You don't want to hear it anymore. And with the Four of Swords, it's almost like you have to just agree to disagree. Just say, look, we have our differences. We have our separate opinions. I'm not going to follow your advice, but I don't want to hear it anymore either. I respect you. Thank you. I mean, you know, do it in a nice way. But please shut up. Okay? Please just stop talking. And I think this is kind of like you hanging up the phone or leaving the coffee shop or kicking them out of your house, right? Because I don't think you want to hear it anymore. And I think they're the type of person that don't really get it the first time you say no thank you. They're very persistent. So you might have to just like block them from your phone for a little while, right? Just, you know, block them from Facebook for a week or two, just so they get the idea that you don't need to hear their opinions anymore. You've heard it, you understand, thank you, but you're going to do what's right for you. You're not going to follow somebody else's, you know, recommendations, especially if it's unsolicited advice. You're not asking them what to do. They're just telling you, right? Because they think they know better. So the Four of Swords is really talking about putting an end to that, because I think, again, like I said before, this is what is delaying your decision making, mostly. A little bit this Princess of Discs, thinking of the practical side of things, but I think you're going to work that out regardless. That's not a major concern, really. It's this Knight of Swords that I think just won't shut up. And the Four of Swords is basically telling them, please shut up. In a nice way, respectful way. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for sharing your opinions, but get out of here. Okay? Now, the next card, I think, is very important too. This is in the position of your fears, worries, and concerns. What's going to be causing you anxiety going forward with this decision? And this is the Knight of Cups. This is perhaps someone, again, who is older, masculine energy, water sign person. Or someone who really cares about you and really is trying to show you their opinions, their beliefs, but using their emotions, right? They're trying to convey to you how they feel about you, how they feel about this situation, how they feel about your choices and your life path and the direction that you're headed, right? So this, I think, is someone who you really do, you care about their feelings, you care about them. And so this might be an obstacle for you to get past, knowing that you may have to disappoint this person. We have the Five of Cups. So the path of the Serpent here ends with you disappointing this person. Now, this could be someone who wants to have a romantic relationship with you. This could be someone with whom you already have a romantic relationship, or some sort of attraction between the two of you, some kind of an emotional bond. And it could be that you have to disappoint that person. Five of Cups here saying that, you know, whatever it is that they feel, that's not exactly how you feel. Okay? And it sucks. And you might have to let them down easy. You might have to tell them, hey, look, I don't feel the same way. You're going to have to disappoint them, essentially, right? But that is necessary in this path that you're going down, this new direction that you're on, this new love that you are deciding on this week is going to involve you disappointing this water sign person. That's just inevitable, I think. Should you make this choice, right? Should you choose to go in this direction with this Ace of Cups? It's going to be a bit of a disappointment for this person, but again, you're going to be respectful. You're going to let them down easy. And it's one of those things that are just necessary. You know, if you're going to keep moving with this flow of energy, this is the obstacle that you have to get over, is hurting this person's feelings, right? Disappointing them. But that's what we see with the Five of Cups, is that however they feel, you don't feel the same way. And it will be disappointing to them, but I guess it's better to be honest, right? So the Five of Cups. Now let's take a look at this confirmation card. I'm very curious what this card is going to be. Lately I've been just kind of pondering what it is. I've been asking the question, even though this isn't live, you're not going to be able to tell me what you think. But I don't know, what could this be? This could maybe be a Nine of Cups. You know, a Nine of Cups, I think, would be a very nice way to confirm that this is a path that's really going to pan out. It's really going to feel good. It's really going to be successful and abundant and satisfying. It's really going to lead to your happiness, right? Empress card would tell me the same thing here. If this is another court card, I'm going to quit doing tarot. This could be a major arcana card. This could be that Hierophant that I was kind of looking for earlier. Let's see, shall we? Let's just take a look at it. Well, this is the Four of Cups. All right, so we got more water. I think this is good. I think this is a direct continuation from this obstacle, right? This Five of Cups. You're going to have to disappoint this person. Whatever they feel, you're not feeling it. You have to get over that. They're going to be a little upset. It's not fun to have to reject somebody, whatever, you know, if that's what's going on. But I think the confirmation here is that, look, there's going to be this Four of Cups. Things are going to settle. Things are going to be stable. This person is not going to be just crazy upset by this. I mean, yeah, it's going to be disappointing, but things are going to be okay. There's going to be this stability. There's going to be this Four of Cups, a little bit of just kind of calm, settled emotions. But also at the same time, this card is right at the edge of this very turbulent storm. Okay? And I always say that with this Four of Cups, is that this Four of Cups is deciding whether to go directly into the storm. It's like a ship, right? It's either going to go directly into the storm, or it's going to circumnavigate the storm. It's going to go around it, right? It's going to take longer to get to the destination if you go around, but it's going to be a lot less choppy, right? A lot less danger, risk involved if you go around. It's going to take longer, but it's safer. Or are you going to go straight through it, endure the storm, endure the risk, but you're going to get to your destination faster, right? So that is kind of, you know, confirming for me a little bit of this decision that you have to make, because it is a decision, because I think with this this kind of divine grace, this spiritual or religious feeling that you have about yourself, your identity, your path, what you're supposed to be doing, who you're supposed to be in life, right? I think this ultimately, and with this Ace of Cups, that's the reality. That's your fate, your destiny, that's your destination. And it's up to you to make the decision whether you're going to go straight there, get there fast. Maybe it's going to be a little bit turbulent, choppy, a little rocky, a little stormy, right? A little dangerous getting there, but you're going to get there faster. Or are you going to take it slow and delay the decision, take it a lot more slowly, and maybe deal with some of these energies, some of these people in a slower, more cautious way, drag this out a little bit longer. You're still going to get to your destination, but it might take a lot longer to get there, right? It's kind of like that, you know, that Band-Aid situation. You either go slow, it's still painful, but it's not quite as bad if you go slow, right? It takes a lot longer to get the Band-Aid off. Or you're just going to rip it off. It's going to hurt like hell for a second, but then you're there, you're done, you're good. You can go about your life. It's kind of the same situation. And this I think is the decision that you really have to make. Are you just going to go for it now? Are you going to release this fiery, anxious, this just ambitious, ready to go energy, this passion? Are you just going to open the tap, let it go straight through? Or are you going to take it a little bit slow and ease into it? I think that really is the decision, because I think regardless of what you do, you're going to end up right where you're supposed to be. It's just a matter of what the journey looks like, right? What the road looks like on your way there, and how fast you get there. Okay. Pisces, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. It really was my pleasure to go through all of this energy with you, and I thank you so much. We're going to look at the extended. Again, you can become a member to this channel by clicking on the link in the description box. And I encourage you to do that. It's not very expensive. I think it's well worth the few dollars that it costs. You get the extended readings for all of the signs. Every reading that we do has, you know, a 5 or 10 minute extended version. And it's just a continuation right from where we leave off here. We're going to go right into the extended. This was your weekly tarot forecast, and you're watching Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you.